Should Elon Musk be allowed to supply electricity in this country? 0207 862 2222. That's the number. Get your calls in now. The tech mogul already runs an electricity provider in Texas. But now he's set his sights on the UK. He wants to go up against companies like Octopus and British Gas and break into our energy market as soon as next year. Tesla Electric has already started hiring. Elon Musk has become a controversial figure in recent years. Should he be given a licence? Nelufar, fan of Musk?
Am I a fan of... I used to rent a Tesla and then I didn't anymore. That should tell you everything you need to know.
His car sales have gone through the floor.
If I may, the journalist in me must get these points across. This man is highly, highly volatile. There have been reports in the New York Times and other places to describe him and his drug habits. He has been known to borrow money from one company and put it in another. So the allegations suggest that he is not scrupulous with your money, depending on where they go. He has won government contracts and reneged on them, and he has lost a lot of business, both in SpaceX and Tesla. This man cannot be trusted, nor his companies, with Britain's energy. It just doesn't seem like a good fit. And one more point, this is really important. The data breaches that we would be at risk of, the fact that he is not scrupulous with our data as Brits, is one of the biggest issues that I think is going to come up. He is not a safe pair of hands, to say the least, and we should not be trusting him with our data.
OK, well, listen, we're going to hear from James, who's shaking his head already. More of a Musk fan, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe he believes that he could transform the way we use electricity and power in this country. Most importantly, we want to hear from you. Would you mind Elon Musk supplying your electricity? What if it meant your bills came down? 0207 862 2222 is the number. You cut you off. You were there shaking your head. Why not? Why not? Do you think Elon Musk has something to offer us that's different to what we're getting right now?
I think he does. I think the thing is that, of course, he should be allowed to do this. The choice as to whether or not you like Elon Musk or wish to shop with him or buy his stuff, that should be your choice. And if you don't like it, I mean, for example, so you said that you were a Tesla customer, and indeed so was I. And then I've stopped. And I've stopped because I don't particularly like what he says, I don't particularly like what he stands for, and I don't particularly like the quality of the cars anymore because I don't think they're groundbreaking. And it's a bit like sitting in a doctor's waiting room. But if people like them and that's what they want to do, that's their choice. It's a consumer choice. But what I would hope about the electricity debate is that we're not having in this country the debates that we should have about our energy, about our energy security and where it comes from and how it's priced. At the moment, all the pricing is connected pretty much to the price of gas. It should not be that way. So what I think Elon Musk might do is he may very well shake up how that energy is priced. And also, I think that we are dealing with the guy who is the richest man on earth, and he's richest man for a good reason. He invented PayPal, which completely changed how we changed. He invented Tesla, which has changed. He is the driving force behind Tesla, which has changed, thank you, which has changed the way that electric cars are perceived or otherwise. He has changed the idea as to how, for example, he put in the Tesla power network for those Tesla cars way before other people did. He is a visionary. He is, you know,
as the richest
unusual
man in the world, is he not able to compete in a way that others aren't?
If I may,
he can come in, leverage this situation, undercut, and then he will dominate the market in a way that we do not need to happen in this country.
But that comes through effective regulation. We've all seen that our regulators are not fit for purpose. Let's make sure that the regulator is right. And if the regulator was doing the right job, they would make sure that our energy is priced correctly, and they haven't.
I will give Elon Musk the benefit of the doubt and say that he is able to capitalise on government subsidies better than any human being on earth. He is not the world's most wealthiest man. The stocks and shares of the companies he's built make him so. And he has managed to forge an empire on government subsidies and carbon buyback and carbon credit contracts. If we really want to look at what made Elon Musk as successful as he is, we have to look at the fact that he has won government contract after government contract. He has managed to use the carbon credit system to offset the energy he produces and use. This isn't a man that innovates. This is a man that does very fancy paper pushing.
Tesla did things in the electric vehicle market before
How did it raise its capital?
Doesn't matter.
It does, because it came from the taxpayer. And essentially, that's what we would be on the hook for. I'm not in the business as a taxpayer in building Elon Musk's wealth.
No, but surely, if it contributes to our energy security, if we have the Holy Grail, a way to store
Do you know his plan, Matt?
If we have batteries in our own homes...
He hasn't innovated the batteries.
Our own electricity.
No.
He's innovated the Tesla battery.
That's one thing.
And he's innovated on the way it would be provided. He's innovated with the provision. He was back before Tesla. Electric cars were not mass market.
Okay.
I know that he's used, but then every business has leveraged off certain kinds of government, whether it's tax credits or otherwise.
Let's take a call. John's in Dorset, where the sun's always shining. John, you stand to benefit from Elon Musk coming into the country to provide energy. You could have solar panels on your roof and a big battery in your garage. Do you fancy it?
Yeah, I don't mind which, so long as we get the prices down, to be fair. I think we're being accosted by or governed by all the other suppliers, to be fair, and there's without saying it, it seems like a monopoly on it, and we can't seem to get the prices down.
This is somebody that supported the far right in Germany. Are you still happy for him to have a stake in our country, possibly political sway in our country because of what he's offering?
Well, why not? If it's not him, it needs to be somebody else. Something needs an injection into the economy, I think, to try and get the energy prices down, to be fair.
OK, why don't you care about his political leanings or his volatility? Because it seems like he could support one person, the Democrats one moment, and then Donald Trump the next.
We're going into politics now, but at the end of the day, yeah, we've got far right, far left, in between, right, and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, we need some injection of something into this country. Who's to say that the current suppliers are not far right or far left or whatever, if you're going down the political road?
I mean, we have a regulator to make sure that doesn't enter into it now.
The problem is that we can't separate Elon Musk from politics, because he was just over in America running the Department of Doge, costing lots of people their jobs, destabilising a government.
Which he did, and then he left and he got fired.
And then he got fired. So it is impossible to remove Mr. Musk from his politics and from his volatility.
I'm sorry, I think that's a nonsensical argument.
You're doing a deal with the devil.
Oh, look, but then that should be the consumer choice. It's not for you to say, just because you don't like him, it's not for you to say.
It doesn't matter if I like him or not, it's whether I think he's right for the job.
Well, if John makes his decision on price, then it doesn't matter who it is. That's who he's going to go for. Thank you, John, for that call down in Dorset. But that's all we have time for. I'm going to switch straight over to Vanessa now. What do you got coming up, Vanessa?
Well, thank you, Matt. I'll tell you who's joining me on my sofa for the very first time today. Big Brother winner Nadia Almada. Do you remember her? Enormous charisma, great personality. We'll look back on that amazing victory of hers. You might be shocked by how long ago it was, and find out whether she thinks trans rights have gone backwards or forward since then. Plus, I'll discuss with my guests whether too many women are having cosmetic procedures, whether you would confront a fellow passenger if they put their feet on the seat. And as the fourth summer heatwave approaches, are you happy that it's boiling hot again? But first, with the government reportedly planning regular eyesight checks on drivers over 70 years old, I'd love your calls on whether there should be mandatory eye tests for all drivers, regardless of age. Why pick on the elderly? 0207 862 2222, that's the number, and I'll see you in just a moment.
Very simple with that. It's feet no, shoes no, socks fine. Thank you. Thanks to Nelufar and James. And thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.